Okay, let's start on our mats in child pose. Still haven't drunk my tea from earlier. Put the lights on as well. Let's turn off this light. Oh, yeah. Okay, so starting in child pose. I can see you, it's like I'm doing yoga with everybody. Oh, thank God. It was starting to get very lonely. Okay, starting in child pose. Knees wide, toes together, and breathe. I might say like this because it's been testing this week. And this feels really nice. So take a few breaths in child pose. I'm going to take the arms out in front into extended child pose. And come slowly up onto hands and knees. And we'll rock backwards and forwards very gently. Oh. I am making a lot of noise. Joints cracking. It must be the weather. Come up onto hands and knees in a box position and then into your cat-cow, again moving slowly. Dip to cow, arching the back to cat. And then dip and extend to cow. And then arch into cat. And dip and extend into cat. Don't look that bright on the screen. Hopefully you can see me okay. You're going to take the hands out in front and bring yourself into puppy pose. Leave the hips high and arching or dipping the spine down towards the mat. Just stretch under the armpits. And then back up onto hands and knees. You'll bring the left foot forward between the hands and lift up into crescent moon. We'll take the arm across the knee and rotate to the back. Take the hands to the mat and move and extend the front leg and then bend the knee again. So we're just moving backwards and forwards very gently. Straightening the front leg and then bending the knee again. Oh, I'm liking this. Look, it feels like I'm with Fiona in her front room and Kim. And I can see Philippe's front room really well. I can see the top of Sarah's head. It's like I can see Sarah. Hi! No, I can't see Sarah. I can see Sarah. Hi! And let's swap to the other side. So take the left foot forward. Come up into crescent moon. We'll take the arm across the knee and rotate to the back. Take the hands down to the mat and then extend that front leg and bend the knee. So just moving backwards and forwards. I had a really weird dream about this the other day. I'm sure it was a hamstring thing. Yeah. I was seeing yoga in the shop. It was a bizarre dream. Come back onto hands and knees and take the left foot forward again, sorry, the right foot forward again, and we're going to tuck the back toe into a lunge. Take the palms to the mat and just extend through the crown of the head into a lunge. And we'll come up onto our fingers, so our fingertips are just trailing the mat. We'll take the back heel to the mat and straighten the front leg. So we're in pyramid pose with our legs. And then bend the front knee, take the back heel off the mat into your lunge again. And we'll step into a fold and step back on the other foot into a lunge. Let's stay in a lunge. We'll have our fingertips to the mat. You'll take your back heel and place it to the mat and then straighten the front leg into a pyramid pose. And then bend the front knee and put the back toe to the mat into a lunge again. We're going to step into a fold. Place the hands to the shins in flat back extension. And then fold again, let the head hang. And we'll round all the way up. Let's step back into warrior two. In our warrior two, we're going to straighten the front leg and reach. And then bend the knee again into warrior two. So straighten the front leg and reach. And bend the front knee into warrior two. Come down into side angle. And take the other arm off the mat. Throw off the thigh. That was absolute rubbish I've just spoken then. So both arms are extending to the ceiling, your legs are in warrior two. We're going to straighten that front leg, straighten the fingertips up towards the ceiling. We'll come down to the side like we're reaching, and then drop the bottom arm and raise the top arm into triangle pose. Just breathe for a moment. Bend the front knee. Take your elbow to the front knee so you're in side angle. Take the arm over the top. And we'll wrap it all the way round. Try to find your thigh if you can. Otherwise, just your hand in the small of the back. We'll take that front arm and we're going to dangle it in front of our legs so that we're really strong in this pose. And then push all the way up to standing, and we'll swap to the other side. Warrior two. On the other leg on warrior two, we're going to straighten the front leg and reach as far as we can. Bend the front knee, come back into warrior two. Let's straighten the front leg, reach as far as you can. Bend the front knee, come back into warrior two. Take the arm onto the thigh into side angle. We'll reach up both fingertips towards the ceiling, strong side angle pose. And then we'll straighten the front leg, come up as far as you can. Take both hands out to the side and then drop the bottom arm and the top arm extends to the ceiling into triangle pose. Breathe, bend the front knee, lean onto that thigh into your side angle, The top arm's going to wrap all the way round, either in the small of your back or try to find your thigh. The front arm is just going to dangle so that it's a really strong pose. Kim, I can see your partner. Tell him to join in. He can do yoga at the kitchen sink. We're going to straighten that front leg, turn both toes into the center, hinging from the hips coming forward. You can take your fingertips to the mat, or you can do this from the sofa into a wide fold. I'm going to heel toe our feet in just a little bit. Turn the toes out, sit back, and come up into goddess pose, palms together. Let's straighten the legs, extend the palms to the ceiling. Then come back again into goddess pose. Breathe. Okay, we're sumoing with the heel. So we're raising a heel and then place the heel to the mat. Raise the other heel. So alternating the feet. Alternate from heel to heel. It's like you're a little sumo wrestler now in your goddess pose. Don't hurt your legs, Fiona, daughter. You're going too wide. Keep lifting, alternating. We'll come on to both toes now. This is really strong. Just stay there for a moment. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Heels bang, bang, bang to the floor. And then straighten the legs. Turn the toes in, heels out. We'll come forward to that fold again. Palms are to the chest. Breathe. We'll take the arms out wide. So really strong through the back of the thighs. You want to push through the heels. Take the arms behind you, holding on to the elbows. If you can do reverse prayer, then do so. Otherwise, just hold on to your elbows. Doing. Breathe. We'll take the arms back out wide. We'll take the right arm to the mat and extend in a rotation to the ceiling. Breathe. Let's take that hand to the mat and rotate to the other side. Breathe. Hands come both to the mat. Hinge from the hips, come a little bit deeper in your wide fold. Breathe in your wide fold. Bring yourself up into a flat back wide fold. And then we'll lift all the way up. Rotate the palms. Bring the hands overhead, back to heart center. Let's heel toe our feet in and come to the top of the mat. We'll step back into a lunge, hands to heart center. So having your hands at your heart, and we're in a lunge. We'll stay here for a moment. I'm going to lift the fingertips to the ceiling. We'll load our lunge. Take the fingertips to the mat, step in and back to the other side. Bring the hands to heart center. Oh, don't fall over like that. Oh, I'm really wobbly on that side. Hands to heart center in your lunge. Fingertips come up towards the ceiling. Breathe, load your lunge. Keep breathing. Take the fingertips to the mat, step back into a plank, kneeling plank for the first one. Oh, that's lovely. And then come back into extended child pose and rest. Bring yourself forward again into your kneeling plank. We'll rotate the elbows and slowly come down, chest, chin, belly to the mat. Lifting up into baby cobra, and we'll take the elbows beneath the shoulders into Sphinx pose. Let's rest here for a moment. Take the hands out in front and lift up into locust pose. Breathe. Turn the feet out wide, stack the hands, and we'll look one way and rest. Let's come back out into locust pose, extending the arms, lifting thighs off the mat. Breathe. Take the legs out wide, stack the hands and turn to face the other direction in crocodile. Forehead comes to the mat, ankles, toes, knees in line. Place your hands right the way down by your rib cage. You're going to bring the elbows in. We're going to push with the knees and the hands and push ourselves up onto hands and knees. Really strong pose, coming up into a box position. You're going to rotate the elbows. You're coming forward and slowly coming through your hands onto the mat. We're going to come up again, pushing up into a box position. And then rotate the elbows, slowly coming down through the arms, tricep dips onto the mat. Last one, you're going to push all the way up onto your hands and knees and come back into extended child pose. Let's breathe here. Coming up onto hands and knees and into some cat-cows, just to free up that back again. Arching in cat and extend into cow. A few more. Coming down onto your side, you can either prop yourself up on your elbow like so, or you can lie on your arm to the side. You're going to have the knees bent, so the knees are touching. I'm going to stand up like this, and the ankles are touching, and you're opening the knees in a clam pose. So your hand can be anywhere you like. It can be in front of you to support, hand on your hip. We're opening and closing the knees with our ankles together in our clam pose. Do a few more. We'll extend that top leg now, extending the leg to the end of the mat, flexing your foot, and we're lifting that leg. So we're extending the leg, flexing the foot, pushing the heel away, and we're lifting that leg up and down. I can just see your foot, Sarah. That is so funny. So keep raising up and down. So we'll keep that leg lifted now. We're going to bend the knee And bring the knee into a crunch. You're going to hold onto your foot and extend that leg. So if you can get it up beside you, brilliant. Otherwise, it's anywhere you can hold onto it, or anywhere along your leg that you can hold onto. If you can reach your toe, we're lifting it to the ceiling. Otherwise, you're just holding anywhere along your leg and lifting it up to the ceiling. Bring that leg all the way back down. You're going to bend the knees, and then we're going to swap to the other side. Come and lie onto the other side, either propping yourself up on your elbow or lying to the mat like so. Have the knees together, ankles together, and you're opening that knee up and down in clam pose. I have to say, these are my most hated pose because I find it very challenging. But those ones are the ones that are quite good for you. So just be noticing how that feels as the knees come together and open and close. We'll extend that top leg now to the end of the mat, flexing the foot, lifting the leg up and down, and up and down. Keep going, lifting up and down. Bending that knee now, bringing it into the chest. You're going to hold onto your foot or your leg and extend that leg to the ceiling. So you might want to hold just your ankle or your thigh or your calf, or if you can hold your toe, hold your toe. And then we'll bring the knees together and we'll sit all the way up, crossing the legs in front of you. So it's 3 minutes to 8. I'm going to, if you want to go out and do your clapping thing for the NHS, you're welcome to do that and come back in again. But otherwise, I'll just be here continuing and you can drop back in whenever you need to. So let's sit in a crossed leg position. Sitting up nice and tall, we're going to round ourselves towards our knee. So turn to face a knee, and then you're rounding down, nose towards knee. Allow yourself to rest in this pose and breathe. And let's sit up nice and tall and come to the other side. So turn to face the other knee. You're going to lean forward and round your nose down towards your knee. Just breathing. And then bring yourself slowly up to seated. Cross your legs the other way. And we're hinged from the hips, bringing the fingertips out in front of you. So just keep the back in its maintained posture. Is that the word I'm looking for? Probably. Hinging from the hips, you're walking your fingers out as far as you can, and then you're starting to round down, elbows coming towards the mat, and tucking the chin towards the chest in a seated forward fold. Allow yourself to breathe and rest in this pose. slowly coming all the way up. And taking ourselves into a side bend. And to the other side. Coming back to center. Crossing your legs the other way round again and rotating one way. And let's slowly rotate to the other direction. Coming back to center, have both legs out in front. Bending the knees, the chest comes to the thigh. And then we're going to forward fold here. Slowly come up to seated, extending both the legs if you can. If they're not coming to the floor, you might want to put something underneath your knees just to help your hamstrings. Otherwise, we're sitting in our extended leg seated pose, palms beside us, staff pose. I'm going to bring a right leg into the groin and sit yourself up nice and tall. So use your forearms to pull in around your knee so you can sit up tall. Then we'll take that leg across, so the foot's coming across the extended leg and using your opposite arm, and you're bringing that knee towards your armpit. Let's rotate towards the side, and you can either stay hugging your thigh like so, or we'll hook our elbow in front of that knee and turn towards the back to begin with. Use your back arm to support yourself so you're sitting up and out of this pose. We're turning to face the back, and then we'll turn to face the front, and our fingertips bring seated, rotated sage pose. Marishana 3, I think it is. Lord of the Fishes. Slowly rotate yourself all the way back to the center, and we'll swap to the other side. So bringing that heel into your groin, use your forearms to sit yourself tall. We have a dog photo bomb going on in the middle. That's quite cool. Doggy yoga. We'll take that foot across the extended leg and use the opposite arm. You're hugging the knee now, trying to bring it under your armpit. We'll rotate towards that thigh. Support yourself with the back arm so you're sitting tall, and you can hook the front elbow. Look towards the back now, so turning to face the back. Try to sit up nice and tall. Don't forget to breathe. And then we'll turn our head to face our fingertips. slowly unravel, coming back to the center, taking the legs out wide. If you want to make them wider, you just shuffle yourself a little bit in and bring your legs out. We're just going to have our hands to the inside of our thighs, and you're using your hands to roll your feet backwards. So you might have a tendency that your feet want to fall in. You're going to use your palms onto your knees and just helping to push your legs out. Let's sit up tall and breathe. Bringing the legs together, swiveling to the side and taking the fingertips so that they're placed just behind your bum and coming down onto the elbows, squeezing the shoulder blades together so that you can lift the rib cage and take the head backwards. Just go to where it's comfortable. In our modified fish, we'll stay here for a moment. Just move the head back and push yourself up onto your hands. Taking your tips behind you, keeping the knees bent, but your feet are hip width apart now. We'll push up into a tabletop. Just breathe in your tabletop and then slowly come back down again. So you can carry on just pushing yourself up and down with bent knees. Otherwise, we'll take one leg and extend it. You're going to push up, trying to get that foot to the mat. Breathe. And then we'll slowly come down. Let's swap to the other side, extending the leg, pushing up, trying to get that foot flat to the mat. And then slowly coming down to the mat. Bringing the knees to the chest and rolling down onto your backs, gently rocking from side to side. Taking the arms beside you with the palms facing down and stacking your knees over your hips. We'll extend one leg and let the heel touch the mat and then bring that knee back in. So you're going to extend the upper leg and alternate taking the heel to the mat and then bringing that knee back in. Alternating the legs now. If it's too much to extend your leg, you're just going to keep the knees bent and touch the heel down to the mat, alternating the legs like so. Try to breathe in and out through the nose while you're doing this. Try to pull the belly in, breathing. Do a few more. And then hug the knees into the chest. Gently rock from side to side. Place a hand on each kneecap and gently circle the knees one way. So massaging the lower back into the floor. And then massage the other way, so rolling the knees the other direction. Keeping the knees still now, taking the hands to each kneecap. You're pushing your knees away so your arms are extended and then drawing the knees back in. I want you to close your eyes as you do this pose. It's a very gentle pose, very small movement. And I want you to start to link the breath with the movement. So maybe having your eyes closed. As you exhale, your knees are coming towards you. And as you inhale, you're extending your arms. And then exhale, drawing the knees towards you. Really gentle pose. It doesn't feel like you're moving a lot. And just do a few more. Stack the knees now over the hips and take the arms out at shoulder height. And then rotate the knees down towards one side and let the knees fall. And then look over the opposite shoulder if your neck allows. Try to rest the legs. And then we'll lift the knees up and over to the other side. And breathe. Bringing the knees back to center and just gently rocking the knees from side to side. Taking both knees and parting them, soles of the feet together, palms facing up into reclined cobbler. And let's start to settle the breath. Take a deep breath and exhale slowly. The eyes are softly closed. You can gently bring the knees back together. Gently rock from side to side. And we can put on something warm now. We'll go to blanket or cushion for your head so you're comfortable. I'm going to put on a jumper myself. Turn down the lights just so it's a little more restful on my eyes in here. So you might want to turn your lights off as well if you've got anything bright. So lying down on your floor, getting yourself comfortable, palms facing up. Remember, you can bend your knees if you need to. But just letting yourself, bending the knees if you need. Otherwise, your feet slightly parted, palms facing up beside you. Closing your eyes. And as you exhale, letting the body sink down onto the mat. We're checking in now with the breath, noticing how steady and even our breath is. Maybe you're taking a few deep breaths now, exhaling slowly, so that you can rest your shoulders, rest all along the spine, down to the hips. Start to notice all of the peripheral sounds, every sound that is around you, beside you, outside of the house, maybe inside of the house. Listening to all of those sounds and being very aware of all of them. And then I want you to start to bring that sense of hearing inwards. So we start to leave all of those peripheral sounds and allow them to wash over our body. And as we think about stepping closer and closer to our bodies, we're starting to connect with our own sound, the sound of our breath, the sensation of our breath. As you bring yourself nearer and nearer to your body, being aware of your breath entering and exiting your body. Settling your body down, we're starting to think about ourselves bathing in a colour we enjoy, a colour that brings you joy and happiness. Surrounding yourself with this particular colour. Imagine it as a gentle light surrounding your body, a soft light. Whatever colour you choose, think of that colour as a pool around your body. Think of yourself floating in that pool, colours all around your body. Think of these lights and colours around your body as something that you are starting to soak into your body. As you lie there, the difference of your body and the colour around you is changing. That light and you are becoming one with the colour. There's no edge to the light and no edge to your body. As you absorb this colour into you, you start to absorb the colour all the way up from the fingers, right into the shoulders, up through the feet, into the torso, so that every part of your body is absorbing this colour and light. And there's no end to the colour and light in your body and the surrounding area. As much as you're absorbing the colour, you're also glowing and exuding the colour. Colour is shining out from every pore of your body, from the very top of your head, and the very soles of your feet. You are radiating this light. You are radiating this positive colour, this positive energy. You feel warmth from this energy and warmth from this colour. You feel joy in your heart. You feel lifted in your spirits. The colour does in fact bring you joy and happiness.
as you think of yourself filling up with this colour from the very soles of your feet, the very crown of your head. And as I say, radiating from your body, showing to everybody this joy and happiness. I want you to take a very deep breath now. Think of yourself absorbing more of this colour. And as you exhale, sinking down deeper, feeling at one with the colour around you. The body is starting to relax now. You're thinking of yourself on the mat. You've just absorbed all of that colour of joy. You feel warm in your body and totally relaxed. Think about the shoulders relaxing a little bit more. Think about the hips and all along the spine. We're now thinking about staying within that light and colour around us. Any thoughts that enter your head, just let them go away from you. Let them go to the outside of the mat, the outside of the colour. Allow yourself to just be at one with the colour on your mat. Totally rested in your body, rested in your mind. Feeling the breath now as it enters and exits. And trying to stay with that breath. Not worrying about if we get distracted, just simply coming back to the breath time and time again, for as many times as we need. Thinking about settling down more into this colour. Thinking about the colour radiating from our body. As if we let go of more troubles, more concerns, we take on board more of this joyful colour, more of this light and energy. Feel as if it is clearing and cleansing your body. Noticing as you become deeper in your relaxation. Notice if you're on the edge of discomfort, or perhaps able to let go a little deeper. Still very much conscious and aware of my voice. Allowing the head to sink down onto the mat, the eyes softly closed. Our body coming to total relaxation. Noticing the breath as it enters and exits. Letting go of any troubles or concerns. Filling your whole body with that light, that energy. Feeling comfort and warmth as you rest. Rested eyes, relaxed jaw, shoulders all along the arms to the fingers, down the spine to the hips, and each leg to the heels. Let go of any tension. Feel only the positive vibes from the energy that you are surrounding yourself with. Now we're bringing our attention back into the room. We're slowly coming back to our senses and our awareness of the room that we're in. Perhaps you need to stretch. Perhaps just gently coming to one side. Coming up to a seated position, take your hands to your knees, fingers in Jnana Mudra, crown the head to the ceiling, relaxing the shoulders. As we inhale down to the base of our spine and exhale to the skull. Inhale down to the base of the spine and exhale to the skull. Rotate the palms to heart center. Namaste. Thank you very much. And I will see you on Saturday morning. I think, yeah, 10 o'clock Saturday morning. Thank you.